What's up, knuckleheads? Welcome back to the Beefy Boys Bud Club. I'm Joe, and I'm joined here with Christian.
Odurp.
And Vito.
What's up?
I was a much more excited Odurp that time, buddy. And
It
Lewis
was.
is here, too.
Hello, hello.
I feel good.
So let's get right into it. We did not finish our 3 key questions with Lewis, so you want to do music next? Let's do music.
Yeah.
Perfect album.
Ooh, like perfect album.
front to back. Start to finish.
That's a tough one, man.
And
that's
it's not in comparison to other albums necessarily. It's more just like
your personal.
Music is
one
such
that
a
you could,
personal.
like has no bad songs. Like you're just like I could listen to this album all day.
I will hands down go with one of the first CDs I ever bought, and I'll let you know the other two. I must have been like in fucking 5th grade. Like when they had I don't know what it was, Barnes and Noble, and they sell CDs and stuff like that.
Borders or something.
Yeah, it was like a CD shop in the whatever. I went in there, and I got Curtain Call Eminem, great album. Nirvana Nevermind, great album. But the one that takes the cake for me was Led Zeppelin BBC Sessions, and so they're all live in studio, and oh god, every single song is just a little bit different. It sounds just a little more tweaked. Heartbreaker, that's the solo in that is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then going into there's the Dazed and Confused, it's like 20 minutes long. And I would put that album on to like listen to it through and through, but then I'd fall asleep to it. And sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night and it'd be like the creepiest part of Dazed and Confused playing, and I'd be like, whoa, what the hell is that? And it's like, oh, I'm still listening to that album. But
You were in
through and through.
5th grade, and you bought a Zeppelin album and a Nirvana album?
yeah.
Okay.
And Eminem, don't forget that one.
I mean, that one makes sense for an 11-year-old.
I mean, no, but I was also listening to that at that age.
Well, you guys are just
I
too
was
hip
probably
for me,
I don't
man.
I may have been younger, man. Honestly, like it was.
I've said this several times, but the first CD I ever bought when I was in 7th grade was Smash Mouth. So,
Well, no, see, my mom had already bought Smash Mouth because she got the Shrek soundtrack, and that was my shit. Oh, that was good.
that used to drive me
Talking
nuts.
about perfect albums from front to back.
Smash Mouth's got a good.
Shrek 1 and 2 soundtrack.
Oh man,
They
dude.
used to drive me nuts because when we worked at the Met, they would play both the Monkees version and the Smash Mouth cover of I'm a Believer every single day. And it was like, come on. I already heard the other version of this fucking song. I don't need to hear it again. Like,
No, but the BBC Led Zeppelin like live in studio. That album is.
Don't.
Yeah, no, it's just a little more tweaked and like
I
it's.
don't want to get hit with copyright.
You can
Stop
you
right
can.
there.
It's just a little more tweaked, so you could just. I could just put it on, and every song fits to the other song, and that was like, if you put it on shuffle, and just listen to it in songs, and then listen to it through whatever, all around every song just wonderful. Stairway to Heaven's just a little tweaked too, and just a little bit different. They kind of go a little live, and they kind of just tweak it.
they're the original Wizard Rock, right? Right? That's where it comes from? Or is it only Rush that you would
I'm
call
not sure.
Wizard Rock? I mean, they literally have a song about Tolkien. They have multiple songs about Tolkien. Misty Mountain Hop. Ramble On includes lines about Gollum and the Evil One. I mean,
Funny.
Oh yeah, seriously. But Gollum.
and the Evil One, but Gollum.
I'm coming.
Ramble on.
Oh, shit. Oh.
No,
Almost
I
had a
think
major coffee spill.
I think the reason for the fact that I got a Nirvana and the Led Zeppelin album was because my dad went to high school with Duff McKagan,
Oh,
and
really?
Roosevelt Jazz Band, and Duff and my dad used to go out and jam after high school and smoke a bunch of weed.
I thought Duff went to Nova.
I
I think he dropped out of Roosevelt.
don't really know that much.
a lot
but
of people tend to drop out of Roosevelt.
Duff
Myself
McKagan
included.
spoke at my graduation.
Really?
And he had a good speech that was kind of like, "Don't do drugs, like be nice to people." And
He shows up at the Met sometimes.
I didn't really listen to
He
it
does.
because it was
He just pops
Well, his
head in.
nephew works there.
Him and Dave Matthews.
oh no shit.
And then all of I have nothing against Dave Matthews. I have everything against his fans. think Dave Matthews fans are like the worst.
No, fuck
people
Dave Matthews.
in human existence.
You know, Dave Matthews sent a cease and desist letter to Ara because she was trying to sell some unofficial merch that she found at the thrift shop online.
Really?
It's like, this is not officially licensed. Please take this sale down. She's like, fuck off, Dave Matthews.
But
Name the band after yourself.
I mean, I've ran into the guy a couple of times at Green Lake. He's always there in the summertime. He walks his dogs, and we're always
Dave
there
Matthews
in
or
the summertime
Duff
being
Cannon?
dogs. So we've ran into
Dave
him a
Matthews.
couple of
Dave
times.
Matthews. Okay, yeah.
But
Don't Kagan's too busy with his fucking being all like straight edge and vegan now, and his Sirius XM show. You know,
Yeah, no, it's just he's doing some things.
his fans are worse than he is. I'll tell you.
are we
that.
talking about Duff McKagan now? Or Dave
No,
Matthews?
no. Duff, nothing wrong with Duff. But I'm talking about Dave Matthews still. I'm hung up on Dave Matthews.
I don't even know who Dave Matthews is.
You wouldn't like
From
his
the
music.
Dave Matthews Band.
I don't know the Dave
See, like
Matthews
I,
band.
would not like
you
it.
probably know the music, the songs, and the like
Right.
the higher song.
like that.
It's pretty terrible. It's like jazz dad rock.
It's
It's like early. I mean, it's Dave Matthews, so it's
He's
like
got
its own
15
genre
he's
onto
got like
itself.
15 he's got like 15 people in his band, like a whole bunch of trumpets, fucking trombones. He's got it all. It's just like
So
I
it's
don't.
ska.
No, it's not. The internet agrees with me that you all are
it
crazy.
is ska. Now you must go
Fucking
listen to
Dad
it.
Sublime
ska.
is definitely not a ska
Dad
band.
ska.
They're dad ska.
David Matthews
ska.
Band Dad Ska.
Where all they do is strum up. That's all
Real
they do.
fans call him Dave. No community fans in the room.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, so Duff.
Oh yes, but so Duff, Guns N' Roses and all that jazz. But he
Velvet Revolver. I saw those guys when I was in 6th grade. Oh, fucking awesome. Then
Yes,
Scott
but-
Weiland went and died.
So my dad had a good taste in like classic rock and stuff like that, and so he was like, yeah, like Led Zeppelin, they're up there, and my dad is not like a big into music guy, but he was like Led Zeppelin, they're up there, and then I was like, oh yeah, okay, and then I went and like bought that album, and till this day I still have it on my fucking 32 gig iPod.
It's
Classic.
been around for a while.
And it only works if it's charging in my car, so I can't walk around and listen to it. I can only drive with the music.
We never talked about this. We need a moment of silence because Apple is killing iTunes.
oh,
Dude.
Oh,
You guys didn't know that?
No, I heard about this,
Yeah.
yes.
They're killing iTunes.
People were freaking out about how, like, what are they going to do with all their music of centuries on your computer in iTunes? And they're
here's a
like,
tip for you folks.
You still have the MP3. You just need to gotta know where to fucking find it.
Here's a tip.
yeah.
Don't buy the music. Stream it. Apple
That's
Play,
why they're killing iTunes.
Yeah.
It's all about Apple Music
Spotify,
now.
Apple Music. I never paid one.
are we on Apple Music?
Yeah. Oh, we're on Apple Podcasts.
We're on Apple
We're not on Apple
Podcasts.
Music.
Oh, there we
We're in
go.
no worries.
Yeah,
iTunes is not shutting us.
Got to make sure we're not on iTunes.
No.
Damn it.
We're on Apple Podcasts.
They're not shutting us down.
Dude,
So
I
we
will
could
say
all goddamn
Spotify,
downloads
though.
Spotify is the
Spotify is, they got a good amount of shit.
Spoofy.
Spoofy.
Spoofy's got everything I need.
Spotify, I'm
thinking about
still
joining
finding more stuff on Spotify of like
You can find us on there, too.
podcasts and
That's
like
true.
like learn languages. Like I can go learn fucking German.
I think I just gotta bite the bullet and actually sign up for Spotify Premium. I know I'm like the
It's
only person.
$12.99. You get everything you could ever.
Well, it's
have.
$15 for the family plan for as many people as you want.
Oh well, there you go.
As long as you live in the same household. So then I
Yeah,
can get
see,
R on there too.
I wish that my Spotify would work all the time, but because of the fact I have 4G and I have Metro PCS as my carrier,
I mean,
I literally can't load any fucking music or my Instagram. I go on there and it's like, oh, it's a lovely little circle that's
Download
not
it.
fucking loading.
Download it.
No,
if
it won't.
you-
My phone won't even let me. I've tried
well, when you
so many
get
times.
on Wi-Fi at your house,
Yeah,
and
Wi-Fi.
download.
Yeah, I still do that and it works fine. But like when I want my Spotify when I'm driving down the road and I want to listen to my
You gotta
Dean
plan
Winchester
ahead, that's what I'm
classic
saying.
rock playlist,
Here's a tip. Get Verizon.
Yeah, just get a better carrier. That's all someone answer. Yeah,
I have literally never
lapse
not
spike
had
right there.
Verizon, and I've only ever heard complaints from other people not having service in areas.
I mean, I have AT&T for years. It's fine.
I think
I heard
that's what
AT&T
Met
AT&T's
PCS
pretty
is
is
off
pretty
of.
good. I have Sprint.
It's not
and I
T-Mobile
fucking
or
hate 'em.
Sprint, yeah, or
Like Verizon's the
Cricket
only phone
Wireless or
company
whatever.
I've ever known to just always have service.
I mean, they have the best coverage. They're
Yeah.
also the most expensive.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
The first album I ever bought was the Eminem Show and Slipknot's
Why so much Eminem?
and Slipknot's first album.
No shit.
I can't, it's the number. It's like the album is a number, and I cannot remember what the number is because
Oh.
it's like 15 fucking.
I also got System of the Down, Toxicity.
Oh,
that
that's
is a
good one.
great album. That is like a through and
New
through good-
metal.
Oh, Surge Tanky and I Like the Dead also when that came out.
I didn't like his solo shit too much.
I did.
I
didn't
liked
fuck with
it.
his solo
I
shit.
just liked his voice when like
Yeah,
I
it's so good.
System of the Down
got a
like
great voice.
he was a great
He's got a great
singer.
voice. System of a Down failed. Joe's got
checked
no
out
part
for
in
this
this.
new metal discussion.
No part
I
in
have
this.
never seen Joe checked out during the podcast.
Joe is literally checked out.
He's pulling a Vito.
Praise the
over
Lord
here.
and pass the ammunition.
But Vito's
Damn.
jumping in on this new
called out in
metal
here.
craze that we're talking here.
I mean, I don't really
System
think
of a Down complimented
it's not
each
quite
other
it's
so
not
well.
Quite metal
Yeah.
though. It's heavy, but
And
it's
then
not
they went
metal
their separate
metal.
ways.
It's new metal. It's very
new
much
metal.
new metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
I-
it was. Like, not quite heavy metal, but like it's early 90s, and we're going to call it new metal. We're going to use an umlaut over the U because we're hip and it's the early 2000s or whatever.
Limp Bizkit,
That's rap rock. That is 100% rap rock. All right?
rap rock.
Rap rock.
They're new metal. Yeah, I mean you gotta say they are new metal.
What else was there like that came out around that time? Because I know
Corn was
Papa
huge.
Roach
yeah.
and
Papa Roach.
I was never a
Linkin
big.
Park.
I never
What's
got
up, I'm
into Corn.
Jablomi, or whatever his
Linkin
fucking name
Park.
is.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I got a Linkin Park Hybrid Theory album.
Hybrid Theory
That
is
was
a
that
perfect
was that was
album.
like right after I bought Toxicity,
Hybrid Theory is a perfect album,
which was
I'll give it
random
that.
as shit.
I've got-
Crawling in my skin.
I've got that album. I've got that album
I
hanging
remember
around
I
somewhere.
was a kid. I watched that music video. It was like a bunch of creepy bugs in like a creepy fucking room, and I was just like,
New metal music videos, man. Dude,
And I was like,
cannot
this is
get
like- this is
microphone
just
in a
gross.
comfortable fucking position. There we go. I think this is it. I think we found the position I'm looking
I
for.
just can't take you seriously with those fucking like smiling teddy bear slippers and your Super Saiyan hair right now.
I think
Going on.
in like beach shorts.
I know those
photo-
shorts look like you're just wearing a towel, and I keep thinking I'm going to see your balls. It's-
Well,
hey,
I'm not wearing underwear
I-
under these, so you probably eventually will see my
going
balls.
back to good albums, I know that one album which you put me onto was Morning Phase
Oh
by
yeah,
Beck.
Beck.
That beautiful all around album. Now,
Wrote it, recorded it, played every instrument on it,
beautiful.
and
Honestly,
mixed it, mastered it.
if you
and
want to have a
produced it all
great
by
Sunday
himself.
morning, wake up early, put that on, and drink your coffee and listen to the whole album. And
Start to
it's
finish.
start to finish, and you will literally be like, I released any stress I had the last year of my life.
It's a perfect album. Honestly, in my opinion, it's a perfect album. And people
So
are so.
which one was it? I got the description
Morning
and everything,
Phase?
but not the.
It's
Beck?
it's called Morning Phase by Beck. You know,
like
I don't think you're gonna
PHASE
enjoy it.
or FACE.
It's very slow. It's very slow paced. It's very like oh,
Morning
fuck.
phase.
it's very moody. It's very moody.
It's a very mellow album. but
Whacking equipment
it-
today,
it,
man.
it did win album of the year.
It won album
Oh,
of
is
the
that
year.
is that the Kanye or whatever?
This is
No,
the one.
no.
This is the one that had everybody so mad because Beyonce didn't.
Oh
win.
yeah, yeah.
And
You
it's like
talked
one
about that.
Beyonce makes some of the worst music.
Yeah,
you'll
but
ever
do
fucking
not
listen
talk
to.
shit about Beyonce. I do not want the Beehive after us. Okay, those people are fucking crazy.
Fuck the Beehive. I don't
They're
give a fuck.
crazy. No, that is not the official stance of the Beefy Boys. We love Beyonce. She's the queen. Okay.
You know
I
what,
still
dude?
fuck with Single Ladies. I love that song. I learned the
mean,
dance
you.
to that song at camp,
That's
and
one
I
of the
forgot
worst
it right
songs
away.
ever.
Have you seen the video? She
I
rocks
don't
it,
listen to
man. She
Beyonce,
fucking
man. I
rocks
steer
it. I don't care
far
who
from
you
that.
are. If you watch the Single Ladies music video, it'll change your life because of how Beyonce performs as a dancer.
You
And
ever
she's also
watch the-
she
you ever
is
watch the
also
Simpsons
extremely
movie?
beautiful.
When that little kid sees Bart Simpson's pecker, I'm gonna watch that video and be like, I like men now.
Okay.
Anyway,
So hold on. Another
Beck
album.
won album of the year, and people were really fucking mad. And I'm
it's
like,
a good
well,
album though.
I'm like, Beck didn't have 15 producers writing his songs.
yeah,
And they're like,
this-
Beyonce writes her own music, and you look it up, and she's got 11 writers for one fucking song.
yeah. Just,
How do you even get 11 people to sit down and write one fucking song?
That's
It's
a fucking
3 minutes.
That's a mission. From
and you need
God.
11 people to do that, and then you just throw your name in there because you can sing the chorus.
Yeah, I don't understand that because like, are you? Is it technically your music?
Pop music is
I mean, like,
trash.
no, but like, there's like a moral or ethical values. Like, is it your music?
No, it's not. It's
if
corporate
you
music.
just jump onto it, you know.
It's literally
Well,
corporate.
they're not
music.
musicians; they're idols.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It. They're not
And
musicians.
bring it back to
performers.
anime.
If they have skill, they're also performers. But
They're
That's
performers.
true. Beyonce is an extremely good
Yeah.
performer.
They're performers and they're idols, just like Vito
Well,
said.
songwriting is
So
a different skill than singing, so maybe you're just really good at writing songs, but you have a terrible voice. Like,
that's probably
it
gonna end up
happens.
being me.
Oh,
Happens.
hey,
But I'm gonna sing my shit
another
anyway.
another album which I actually did not listen to until after the death of Mac Miller, but his Self-Care, that is a very dark album, but it's also a very good album in the sense that it's really sad and it's very true, but it's fucked up. It's real fucked up.
Sometimes you just wonder, like, these artists with like insane drug problems. You really just think like, how crazy is it that even these people can't find help?
Oh,
It
dude.
kind of it just blows me away that
He
celebrities
said
literally die.
nobody told me being rich would be so lonely or something like that.
Granted, he was
And, like,
depressed, but
it-
he also
ooh,
killed himself
ooh.
because he was a heroin addict and did fentanyl.
I don't think he meant to kill himself though.
Well,
like
no,
it's-
he overdosed on fentanyl, which is killing
He-
everybody
well,
doing
he-
all those stupid drugs.
Oh god, that's
Moral of the story is,
don't do drugs.
don't do fucking retarded drugs.
Ooh,
Stick to your fucking smoking the devil's lettuce and
Smoke weed every day.
and people
Smoke
using
weed,
psychedelics.
But
I don't
don't
give a
say.
fuck.
But hold on a sec. If you're gonna smoke weed, don't smoke weed and then drive around or smoke your weed pen. Because I see people driving
yes,
down the
obviously don't
freeway
do that.
and
That's a
fucking. I'm
crime.
like, why is this person swerving all over the road? And I pull up alongside them and I'm like, oh, they have their little weed pen and they're just fucking getting boned out their ass going down the freeway. Because you only need one puff of those fucking things.
I know.
And then you're lit.
Dude, it's scary enough going over the 520 bridge when the wind is blowing and you can feel your fucking car getting blown in the goddamn wind. I don't need anybody swerving around already.
God,
Good times.
it's spooky.
Do you guys see that I think it was San Francisco and Denver just legalized mushrooms? Or
Sure, yeah.
decriminalized, rather.
Really?
San Francisco
Yeah.
should like clean up the shit in their streets first before they legalize taking mushrooms.
There's poop. Poop in the streets. Yeah,
There's
it's
literally
crazy.
poop in the
Yeah, I
streets.
know.
San
I've been there.
Francisco's
I've been there.
Scary.
Well, it's so compacted. You know, the
also
city is
disgusting.
tiny.
It's gonna.
a tiny, tiny
Seattle's
city.
that's what's happening to Seattle.
Turning into
now.
it.
That's what
Oh,
it
the
say.
weekly reference.
Oh my
Here we
God.
go.
You're gonna get me fucking going. I'm gonna keep this one short. Keep this one short. I'm tired of seeing toilet paper and shit on the sidewalk. There you go. I'll keep it.
I will admit I've never seen poop. I've never seen
Oh,
human
dude,
poop.
There's poop.
I've
But, like,
seen,
Go
I've
I've
downtown.
seen
You gotta
some
go downtown
shit.
and you'll see it.
I've seen some shit in Seattle,
My,
and I'm
my
not even.
fiance literally saw somebody pooping in,
Yeah,
on the
I-
Ave.
Yeah. And
That's
then I go down to like that little same parking complex that grocery outlets in, like right there on Lake City. And there's dumpsters there, and almost 9 out of 10 times when we're driving through there, somebody's shitting at the dumpster.
So
Yeah.
I'll float a conundrum to you guys, and this comes courtesy of Ara. When Ara takes the bus home from work, she always seems the same, like old drunk guy on the bus, and he's always harassing the middle school kids. He's either like trying to exit the front door of a crowded bus, which they tell you all the time, go out the fucking back door, come in the front door,
You already
and then
paid.
he's like, get the fuck out of my way to these fucking 13-year-old kids. Or he's just getting way too close and being like, you're just on your phone all the time. What kind of life experiences do you have? And it's like always the same middle school kids and it's always the same drunk guy. She's like, should I just tell him to fuck off? And I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't because you're tiny and I don't want to turn his ire on you. But she's like, well, I'm not like scared of him. So like, what would you do in this scenario? You see this one drunk guy.
Well,
just
if he's a
bugging
drunk
these
guy
kids all
talking to
the time.
kids, I would step in and be like, "You need to get the fuck off this bus," because
Yeah.
that right there is a whole that should
Oh,
not
I
be
should mention.
happening.
Usually, when this happens, it's not at the bus. It's on the bus. It's at the bus stop. So there's not like an authority figure in terms of the bus driver.
Well, still,
there
I mean,
to
like,
kick them off.
I have zero tolerance for them, and I know people are scared of them, but I just don't give a shit. And if one of them's yelling in a parking lot, and I don't want to hear it, I will tell them, shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
Well, that's what I told her. Like, if this is on the bus,
Just
I
like
have
a
no.
certain coworker.
Like in Bartell's, there's the Bartell's Screamer. It's like he's notorious, like anybody that lives in the Lake City area knows about the Bartell's Screamer. Because this guy literally walks around the parking lot like he has no brain in his fucking head. He's a zombie. It looks like a zombie apocalypse down there. So he's walking around, and then he'll stop in the middle of the road, and then he'll just scream. Ah! And when I'm picking up Haley from the bus stop there and I'm waiting, I will literally roll down my window and be like, dude, shut the fuck up. And the guy will turn around and walk away. And then he'll go scream on the edge of the parking lot. And I'm like, okay, he can scream over there because he's not
at least
right
he's
next
like,
to
at least
my
he can
car.
still like understand, like if he's fucked up or whatever's going on in his head, he can still recognize like, this guy doesn't want me to scream here, so
It's
I'm
a
gonna
fucking
go over here.
petting zoo. Like, all these dudes are fucking animals, dude. I can't believe
Oh my
it.
god.
That little park across the street from Bartell's, the one with the outhouse that they keep ripping the door off of, it's just like,
I'm curious about the state of mind where you're like okay with pooping on the street, but you still got to make sure you wipe your butt, so you need the toilet paper.
well, then there's the
Like, do they just carry it around all the time?
Yeah.
there's the
Hey,
belly.
man, you
Yeah,
got a
exactly.
TP? I really gotta go.
You just have it.
They're gonna
like
hold their
in
shit
their little,
until
like,
they have the TP, and then just
shopping
go wherever.
carts.
There's the Lake City homeless power couple that walk around. They have a shopping cart, and the lady's belly's always showing because she's just got no shirts that cover her fat belly. And then her husband is like big, huge, fat dude who just yells, "Hi!" and everybody he sees. I was walking into Bartell's to grab cold medicine, and I was coming out. And as I'm walking out, she's got a Gatorade bottle and is hovering over the Gatorade bottle, pissing into it. Missing the whole thing, but she's pissing all over the sidewalk. And this is right outside of Panda Express, right outside of Bartell's, in public. And I think that was the point where I realized I really hate this fucking city, like beyond belief. And that was like the moment that I was like, the city just sucks. Having to see fat homeless person hover over a Gatorade bottle and piss into it was not my ideal scenario, especially when I was sick. And the Bartell Screamer is yelling in the parking lot while this is going on. Like, this is a zoo. Mental asylum. Moving on
dude.
from my hate of Seattle.
Oh, yeah. That's-
I could talk about that
We
for
could talk about-
decades.
You really could.
But I don't
would
want to
jump in-
silence the lambs here. I want to
Jump
bring in
in
Vito and
into-
Joe and some of these here topic. So Vito, I got something for you since you're a Blizzard Blizzard fantasy nerd. Tell me about Blizzard and Activision and why they're canceling StarCraft first person shooter.
So I am actually kind of sad about this because that might have actually been really fucking fun.
I was excited about it myself.
Because like the thing about the strategy game is like you actually need to be good at it in order to enjoy it. Whereas a shooter game, like if it's the story mode at least, you can just like fucking shoot shit and it's fine.
Shoot shit.
Anyways, yeah. So they cut that game and put their developer resources into the new Diablo game and a new Overwatch game, which I'm actually excited for. More so because I've
For
never really-
Overwatch or for Diablo?
both, honestly, because I was never really into StarCraft in the first place. It's a pretty cool thing, but I was never super into it.
I'm big on
Diablo's like
StarCraft.
one of the first games I ever played. It's like one of the top like first 5 games I played on PC. So I'm really excited for that, and I'm hoping they learn a lot of the lessons they learned from Diablo 3, and when they like redeemed themselves with Reaper of Souls. So
I had a lot of fun with Diablo 3. I was playing as a wizard, though, so it's basically just Cyclops. I'm like, okay, laser beam.
But
Laser
what I
beam,
want to
laser
know
beam.
is why didn't they cancel Diablo's fucking mobile game.
So the
Put those
reason
resources into Diablo 4.
that's
and-
because those aren't they're not using their resources for that Diablo mobile game.
They're farmed it out to somebody else.
It's basically NetEase is making an Asian game for Asians, and it's using a Blizzard IP.
I mean, they're not good. Did you guys play Elder Scrolls Blades at all? It's very
shit. Dude,
exploitative.
I cannot get.
Stop knocking your fucking equipment around, man. Come on. Come on.
They're just gonna be like a casual.
But
Like,
hey,
the hair? I
while
can't-
talking about Activision
see.
Blizzard fuck ups, did you guys see what's happening now that Bungie is free of Activision Blizzard control? What they're doing? They've made Destiny 2 free to play, including the year one expansions, free for everyone. Right?
Wow.
Isn't that's fucking crazy?
Free for everyone, like even on Xbox.
Yes, it's free to play. I'm pretty sure it already happened.
Just
I
free
gotta look it
play
up.
days or
No. The whole
free-
game is free to play.
Well,
Just
that's
free.
good because I feel like
And you can buy the expansions and
I feel like those games
cosmetics
are.
and shit.
I feel like those games are.
So it's
Kinda
free to
What?
play.
Destiny.
You don't like
looks
Destiny?
trash.
Destiny is great.
So it's free to play, but you still have to buy the expansions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The
The
base
master-
game is free to play.
The Master Queef collection's on Game Pass, and I'm gonna download that eventually and play Halo 1 through 4, just because 5 was a steaming pile of shit.
I'm excited to actually play Halo on PC after 1.
Yeah, there you go.
That's true.
That's gonna be fun. Because doesn't PC get Game Pass soon?
I think so.
That's gonna be the thing.
It's definitely something on their list.
That's gonna be sweet. So Vito and I can actually play games together.
Dude,
How
that would
many
be sick.
days until oh my god, why can't Shadowbringer? When's the release? August?
I get early access on the 28th, I think,
Of what month?
this month.
Oh, so like 2 weeks.
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
I'm never gonna fucking see you again.
There's yeah. Yep. But yeah, so
We're gonna have to replace Vito with like a fucking droid.
Claude
Yeah.
goes to Montana and he's just gonna disappear after that.
So yeah, right now there's a event going on where you can get a special currency for doing like these lower level dungeons, which is good for the new players coming in for Shadowbringers and also for older players who want to get like some of their classes up higher. And yeah, you can buy all kinds of like cool mounts that are usually off of like rare drops, older rare drops like the ponies and stuff or whatever, the fucking elemental fucking unicorn things or whatever.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and transmogs and all kinds of stuff or glamours in this game. All kinds of cool shit. And then there's another event that started recently that was for the Gold Saucer, the
casino,
of this game. They have a casino in this game, and I mean it's not like
They got poker.
you don't really like.
No, they don't have any like
Five-card
casino
poker.
games
Texas
you would
Hold'em.
Texas
recognize.
Hold'em.
That's why he'll never see him again.
You can play triple triad,
Yeah, you
or
can play triple triad.
there's chocobo races.
Yeah,
Hopefully they don't give you the same ability that casinos give you. Like you wake up and then you go outside and your front gate is gone because you gambled it away. I'm gambling my front yard gate. You come out the next day.
What's
and
the
it's
net
gone.
worth on your gate? Like $100.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's a true story that I
Yeah.
probably won't mention. Well, you know what? I probably could mention it on the show because they don't listen. John
John?
gambled his front yard
Serious?
fence away.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
How
Woke
much?
up the next day.
How
and,
much was
and their
it?
fence was gone. Their front yard fence was ripped out of the fucking house.
So how much was the fence worth
I don't know.
at this
I
point?
Like who took that as fucking?
Yeah, where was he gambling?
Yeah.
Or they just were like,
the reservations.
oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And take just about anything that you decide to gamble away.
That's fucking crazy.
Just don't gamble, man. It's an addiction.
Don't
Shit,
Oh
gamble.
no,
Shit'll
dude.
get you.
Yeah,
I see
Final
the-
Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers gonna rock the
Yeah,
world in
back
2
to that.
weeks.
Well, Vito, it was nice knowing you, pal.
Yep, it's probably gonna beat every other MMO because it's fucking
Fire
amazing.
Emblem Three Houses in about a month. I'm really excited for that one.
Is that gonna
Harry
be a
Potter
Game Boy
Cross
game?
Fire Emblem Switch.
Oh yeah,
Switch. Mm-hmm.
that sounds good.
You get to play as like it's basically a Hogwarts professor, so you got to give your students quizzes and shit. It sounds
Sounds pretty
awesome.
fun.
It sounds really cool.
Oh, stretch attack. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, gambling's some shit, man. Do you guys don't have a lotto machine at your store, do you?
No.
no.
You guys
we
don't have
don't.
any lotto?
Nope.
No,
Hey-
Matt Mart's too classy for this.
Oh,
They
dude,
don't
Hagen-
sell cigarettes. They only sell cigars.
We don't have that. Yeah, we don't have that fun little.
Quick, really going back to gambling, which I found hella
gamble.
funny. So
Scratch
lotto
offs.
machines, you're technically gambling. So they had a lotto machine in Hagen. They used to be over on the side of the store where it looks like there should be a bathroom, but there isn't. It's just like a closet to nothing. And they would put it over there, and people would come in all hours of whenever, and they would get their cash back, and they'd go over there and they'd do it. And there'd be like a line at 10:30 p.m. for the lotto machine for all the people that would be like, I need to go run to the store and grab a gallon of milk, or we need dish soap. And they would go, and their whole purpose was to go to the lotto machine. So they moved the lotto machine to the middle of the store, to the front of the store, where you walk in, you would see the lotto machine. When they did that, sales went down by 85%. Nobody was going to the lotto machine, except for like the true diehards who just were like, I don't give a fuck. They moved it back, sales went right back to where they were.
People are ashamed of their
because
People are ashamed.
people are like it's an addiction and people are
sing
ashamed
it loud,
to do
sing it proud. It drives me crazy that you need cash for those machines. I understand the reasoning, but if I'm in the mood for a $2 scratcher, I don't want to scrounge $2 out of my pocket. All right.
Yeah.
Who carries cash? It's 2019.
I hate getting stuck behind somebody buying scratch tickets when I'm trying to get stuff at a gas station. Getting stuck behind a scratch ticket person is torture.
It's worse when you're going to the fucking like Safeway customer service.
Oh,
Yes.
dude, well,
You get
people-
stuck
well,
behind
you can get you can buy
somebody.
the lotto tickets and stuff like that, like guest services. So people
Yeah.
come up, how you doing today? What can I get for? Yeah, I'm gonna get this like this, and then can I get 20 on Mega and 20 Powerball and do the Megaplier? And it's like $60 in fucking lotto tickets.
And then they just scratch
And-
it right there, right in front of them, and then they win like a buck.
No,
and
no,
they're
no,
like,
it's-
"Can I
Sometimes they
purchase
don't
this?"
even
it's-
scratch them. They just scan the fucking barcode.
No, yeah, it's the lotto tickets. So like they'll take them, they'll go home, and they'll wait like 2 weeks, and they'll come in and they'll scan them. I think the biggest payout I had for lotto, not scratch, was I think like $300 over the course of me working there. Wow. And the guy was like, "This is the most I ever won," and I was like, "You should probably take this money and just
Stop.
invest it."
So I was at the Angel of the Winds, I believe, sometime last year.
Oh, I still want to go there.
Because we were doing a job in Camino Islands, and on our way back, we would always hit the casinos.
Oh yeah, no, you said with the Snapchat, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Are you Angel of
But,
the Winds?"
like the week before we went, this lady won the big like slot machine jackpot, and it was 50 grand.
Ooh.
And she won, and she got her ticket. Getting out of the door, a group of 6 dudes beat the fuck out of this girl
that's fucked
and
up.
took her ticket, and she got no money.
Are you serious?
And so now they have like extreme security at that place. So when I won like $20, I didn't know about this yet, but I won like $20 on a slot machine and thought I won the fucking lotto. I was like, oh, double my money, fucking party it up. I'm yelling, I'm high-fiving to the Asian lady sitting right next to me who's slapping the machine. And and so then one of the people comes up and they go, what did you win? And I was like, nothing. Don't worry about it. And they were like, well, I work here and, you know, we can't be doing that because somebody got attacked by celebrating. And I was like, well, if somebody really wants to steal my $20, I'll give it to him. I'm like, dude, I literally
That's
put
crazy.
in $5 into the machine and I won $20. So yes, I'm celebrating.
It
like
reminded
I
me
won the lotto.
when we were in Atlantic City, my sister put like $5 on some number on the roulette wheel and it hit. So that's like $150 back because it pays out 35 to 1. And so she left like $20 on there and it hit the same fucking number again. She made $1,200 in 2 rolls of the fucking roulette wheel.
Christ.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like that's when you just stop.
The only
Okay.
time that I ever have won some sort of gambling thing, my aunt and uncle used to have horses that they would race at Emerald Downs. So I went to Emerald Downs. Dude, horse races are some shit. Oh my lord. The guy gets up there and he's hyping everybody up. Your horse is not gonna win, your horse is not gonna win, your horse is not gonna win, then it's almost gonna win, it's almost gonna win, it's almost gonna win, and then so forth. Your horse does not win, you lose whatever money you spent on it. I won $2 off my $1 bet. I was so happy. I was like, that was great.
That's probably because you bet on like the horse that was destined to win.
I picked the names. This is like there was like all the names and there were the odds, and I was like, what's the horse's name? Like your back foot.
You
Yeah,
put like
sure.
$5 on the one that's like there's like 0% chance of winning, so you throw like $5 on it so that you could win like
like
100.
500 back.
fucking a good amount back.
You
Or,
know who
like,
are you?
know,
Oh, really quick, going
quadruple your
into
money.
sports off of gambling. You know
Sports.
who are
Sports.
the sad boys for the bets in the boxing world? The heavyweight upset of Anthony Joshua losing to Andy Ruiz,
Oh,
which
yeah, the big-
he
the
became
chubby kid.
the first Mexican heavyweight
Heavyweight
championship ever, which was crazy.
that was fucking awesome.
Isn't that
dude.
some shit? The odds of that, dude, people were fucking butthurt.
That was a great fight too.
Oh, he kicked the fuck out of
Because
Anthony Joshua.
Ruiz was
He
losing.
he went in there. He went in there to fucking get it, dude.
Ruiz was losing. He got knocked down twice.
Oh
Or something like that. He got knocked down.
He
He
got
said it was
knocked
the
down.
first time he's ever been knocked down. In a
He
fight.
got knocked down in the
And
third,
then-
and then he came back
Then he
and
pieced
beat.
and
He
got-
got a good left hook on Anthony, and Anthony was shook.
He got Joshua on the ground 3 fucking times, and Joshua kept getting up. And on the third time, the ref
He
was
went down-
looking at him and was like, "Are you all right?"
He was down in the
And he
seventh.
was like, "No, I'm good." And the ref was like,
he was.
good?
He was. Yeah.
and then the ref called it off, and
Yeah.
and Ruiz won the fight. It was pretty
He-
fucking incredible.
That was the crazy.
Triple G knocked the fuck out of what's his face yesterday.
He won.
Yeah, Triple G's a freak. He's a freak of nature. I really wish the whole Canelo incident didn't happen where he got busted with steroids and he said it was Mexican beef. He's like, it's the steak I eat in Mexico. It's got steroids in it. Which is like, fuck. Just don't fucking juice up, man. But I still love Canelo. Not
What
as
did,
much as I used to, but
What did
the
Nick
whole
Diaz
steak
say?
incident, it's like,
Everybody's
dude.
on steroids.
yeah.
True.
Every athlete is
Oh,
on
there's
steroids.
it's sad. I mean, like they
Just
can
about every
test for it, but ain't that some shit that?
You hear that? So Ruiz, that's his name, Ruiz, the chubby Mexican kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He eats a Snickers before every fight, and they wouldn't let him eat one because they were worried he's gonna fail his drug test because of the peanuts or something. And he said he was extra pissed off that he didn't get his candy.
No, yeah. There's
It's the big boy season, dude. We're taking over.
dude.
You
There's
got
the
Fat Thor, and now you got Big Ruiz winning the heavyweight champion.
that's dude. He wanted it, man. And
It's
you know,
fat guy
I
season.
looked at his fight record before, like when I heard about the fact that I forget it was Miller and Joshua were supposed to fight, but Miller failed the drug test because he's a fucking idiot, and so then Ruiz was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take on the champ." And I looked at his record, and it was like TKO, win, unanimous decision. I was like, "Oh, he's not some dude who's stepped in there and didn't know a damn thing about boxing. Like he's a boxer.
He's been boxing since he was 6
he's
years
a
old.
legitimate boxer. He just wasn't as recognized
He's
as
just
some.
a big fucking guy. I mean, the guy can fight. He's just huge.
Oh, dude, his style is really high and tight. I think like people look at him differently because of his size and stuff, but his style is
Yeah, but
very
he's quick.
fine
He's
tuned.
surprisingly
Oh,
Yeah.
he's
quick.
quick. He's very quick. But
If you haven't
there's a
seen
picture
that fight,
of
if you haven't seen that fight, I really recommend.
I can't.
Going
I'm
on
waiting
YouTube
for
and checking that fight out because
I
it
just like
was
the picture of the big fat guy over the
celebrating
guy on the fucking
He was all
floor.
celebrating.
I'm
I love
waiting,
when the
I'm
ref
waiting for
called
the
the
full
fight off
fight to
and
come
Ruiz
out.
was jumping up and down, but his like jump up was like mine, where he could only get like
No
a foot
vertical.
off the ground.
I'm waiting for the
Good
full
times.
fight to come
It's like
out.
when we
so I
play
can
football and I try to
watch
catch
the
one of
whole
the
thing.
one of the overhead balls over Joe, but I can only jump like a centimeter off of the ground, so it's like fuck, not getting that one.
Football.
Except
Hey,
Joe's
speaking
been
of
too,
sports,
Joe's been too scared to come out to the field as of late.
what? Well, you guys haven't done it. When was the last time
That's
you
true.
did
It's
it?
been 6 months.
The one time you
June
did it, I was
22nd.
It's been a
away.
long time
June
since we
22nd, we have a football game.
woke it up super
Be
early.
there, be square.
on a Friday.
Saturday.
No, on Saturday.
Oh, you're right. I can't do math. Saturday morning. That's 2 weeks from now. I'll probably be there.
Yeah,
We'll
you'll
see.
be there.
We'll see.
It's my birthday
So what's
celebration. You
top
better be
sports
there.
moment all time? Lewis, go.
Oh shit, that's right. The people are always gonna say like, okay, like yeah, Seahawks fan, it's gonna be a Seahawks moment. That's okay. Born and raised Seattle, Northeast. Let me get that straight. But like this, like his favorite sports moment is not much of a favorite, but it's definitely my top moment. Is when I have this image from when I was a kid, and it's the picture of Roethlisberger when the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl for the first time.
We really gonna talk about the Super Bowl?
No, hold on a sec. But it's the image of him when he's on the ground, and the ball is on the
underneath him.
It's on the one
2 yards.
Hold on a sec.
Goal line.
The ball broke the plane as soon as he hit the defender. The rest of the play doesn't matter at that point. As I've said to everyone who
but
lets
he
the
still
point this
moved.
out.
He still moved the ball
Yeah, but
afterwards.
that
But
wasn't-
I'm just gonna pull a
hold on
veto.
a
I'm
sec.
gonna check out.
But the reason that it's up there is because like I was a little kid and I was watching. Well, I wasn't a little kid. I was like whatever. But I was watching that, and that scene of the picture of him lying down and the slow motion of him just taking the ball, looking at the ref, and then putting it over into the end zone in slow motion. I was like, wow, he just like totally did that. And the ref was like, oh, fuck it, I'll call it a touchdown. That's up there. I think that is some shit, though. It's not too much of a favorite moment, but it is a good moment.
That was such a bullshit
It was-
Super Bowl. I don't even want.
It was
I'm gonna get upset if I
maybe not a
talk
good
about that
moment,
shit.
but it's some shit.
Seahawks are still going 13-3. We don't need to talk about their record we change it every week, but they're going 13-3 realistically.
It's going to be a weird
10-6.
season for all teams, I think. Next,
This is. I
It's
will
gonna
say
be a
this about the
new-
NFL. And
new
Vito,
realm.
I know you're checked out over there, buddy, but I'm
What?
gonna wake
No,
you up.
I'm great.
I'm gonna wake you up with this one, pal. This is gonna be an NFL season for the ages. For the ages to come. I'm telling you, this is
yeah,
going to be
it's
one of the
gonna be a
best
lot
NFL
different.
seasons that we have had in years. Why do I say that? Because every team is realistically stacked up to the point where they're all just about even with each other.
Ha 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 ha. The Giants aren't going to win a single game.
Giants are going to win 6 games.
Yeah, right.
6 games. With a
Over the
player-
next 6
maybe.
years, maybe.
You get... well, listen here, Colts fan.
That's
Super
right.
Bowl
Do you still
favorites as of right now or something. But
Colts are?
Colts are up there, dude.
Seriously?
If Andrew Luck
Darius
stays
Leonard,
healthy,
man, he's a beast.
if Andrew Luck stays healthy, he can do anything with that team.
oh,
They
wow.
have to
Plus, that
protect.
division is trash.
They have to protect Andrew Luck.
Yeah, that's a priority.
But Andrew Luck and T.Y.
We'll
Hilton.
see if they can do that for Russell Wilson this year because we'll see what
They'll
goes on
protect
there.
him. The O-line actually got a great grade this year. They got a really good grade this
That's
year.
why they drafted DK Metcalf, man. All he's going to do is block when
Go
Russell
routes.
hands the ball out.
Go
man.
routes.
Yeah.
Nope. They
Go
want a big
routes.
receiver who can seal the edge for their lumbering running back to get 2 yards every time.
Yeah, he's gonna start
They
checking
wouldn't draft
fools.
3 wide receivers to just run the fucking ball the whole
You
time.
keep saying that.
Oh, yeah.
They've never drafted
somehow
3 wide
Pete Carroll and
receivers.
Brian Schottenheimer in their late 70s are going to change everything they've been doing for 50 years. Like, come on.
Schottenheimer's
Hopefully.
not even in his 70s. He's not
I
even
know.
that
Well,
old.
he-
see,
he-
the Seahawks were
he
fucking
plays
up
like
when
he
it
is.
was like even as I
down.
like I played football a little bit, but like even I can recognize what plays are going to be called when I'm watching
Exactly.
the Seahawks play, and that says a lot because I ain't no NFL player, I ain't no college player. I played freshman football once. And that says like my knowledge of football for what the routes and stuff is not that big, but I can still be like, it's gonna be a fucking screen pass. Fuck, it's a screen pass.
They're very predictable. They're very predictable.
They're gonna run up
That's
the
why
middle,
they didn't
and
do
they
so
ran
well.
up the fucking middle. Didn't make any fucking.
Somehow they're going to
progress.
win 13 games, those Christian.
They
with
will.
This world's
the
least
biggest thing
interesting
that I
offense.
They
feel
mixed
about
up
this-
their freaking offense.
Biggest thing I feel about this NFL season is, you've got teams that are stacked on paper. Cleveland Browns, LA Rams, very stacked on paper.
Oh shit, that's
But
right. The
in
Browns.
in game atmosphere, it's a whole different story. You never know how these big stacked teams are going to last.
I would like to
You
see
get
the
a
Browns
team-
have a healthy season. That'd be cool.
Yeah, and
They need it, and I think it'd be good because people are probably going to underestimate them.
you'll get random teams that come out of the woodwork, like Cincinnati a few years ago when they went 5-0, but then they lost every other game of the season that year. But you get teams that happen like that, and it's you just never know who's going to do that. But this year in the NFL, I just feel like every team is just about evenly stacked up, and every team's got their superstars on it. I think it's just going to be a fun. If you don't have NFL Red Zone this year, you're going to be stuck in a rut, and you're going to have to listen to fucking Joe Buck and
Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman every Sunday, or you're going to have to listen to Phil Simms and Jim Nance and watch every Patriots game this year. Because they air 2 games on Sundays on Channel 13 and Channel 7. One of them's the Patriots game, the other one's the Packers game. So if you don't want to watch either one of those, get NFL Red Zone and just watch every game in the league, and you're going to have the best season of your life. Anyway, let's move on from sports.
This week's podcast is brought to you by the Beefy Boys. Just 3 cool dudes hanging out, talking about sports, video games, music, and whatever else they feel like. Find them at their website, www.beefyboys.com. Also, where you find your other podcasts, iTunes, Podbean, YouTube, all the regulars. The Beefy Boys, the best show on planet Earth.
Hi, I'm Renee.
And I'm Jess.
And we're the Deerfoot Sisters. Sorry to interrupt, but we have some breaking news.
We wanted to let you know that right now you're actually only listening to the second best podcast on planet Earth.
That's right. If you want to check out the world's best podcast, search Deer Feet on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, all the regulars.
Deer Feet's a podcast featuring 2 sisters talking about life and all the kooky things it brings, like rhymes.
So when you're done listening to this episode, be sure to check out Deer Feet. Or you can just do it right now. Thanks!
Vito's falling asleep on the couch.
What? No, I'm great.
What? No, I'm great.
There is cookies somewhere. I don't know.
There is cookies.
Upstairs. They're
Definitely.
upstairs, though. That's far away.
That is far away. Yeah, Beefy Boys. Build us a studio space. One day.
Hashtag buy your dog t-shirt.
Hashtag buy your dog t-shirt. Hashtag buy yourself a new beanie.
Multiple people have asked me if we offer child onesies, and I can't remember if they're on our store or not, but I think
What
you
the
can buy
hell
a
is up with
child a
onesies,
onesie.
man? Are people really
Onesies
trying to
are
get
comfy as shit.
child onesies? You wear child onesies?
I mean, I don't think I'd fit in a child onesie.
I mean, if you have a baby, it doesn't have any thoughts on its own clothing, so you can dress it however you like. So you
That's
might
true.
as well put the Beefy Boys logo on your baby.
Buy your baby a t-shirt.
Buy your baby a t-shirt.
Buy your dog a t-shirt. Buy your baby a t-shirt. So
It's like baby blankets. You looked at the look you gave me. It was like, what?
as you guys see here, I'm holding a Chick-fil-A styrofoam.
Which I have never had. Do you know that? I
had never had it until yesterday.
I've never had Chick-fil-A.
Yesterday was
Seriously?
the first time I had it.
I've had it. It's
You know what movie I
overrated.
still haven't
So
seen?
let me tell
Step
you.
Brothers.
Also overrated.
So let me tell you this about fucking Chick-fil-A.
Apparently they have
I
good
thought
service.
that the service was gonna be like. I thought that everybody hypes up their good service, just because
You
it's,
see
like,
the best
in
of it on
name.
Instagram, and they don't post the shitty parts of it.
We go yesterday, and the service was insanely incredible.
Really?
I have never had a fast food experience.
Which one did you
like
go
that. The one in Linwood.
to?
They're building one on Aurora, and good luck. When that one's built, there will be
Hookers.
no. Well, there's gonna be, but there's going to be no way in fuck that anybody's going to get anything from there, because they're in Linwood. There was a line through the drive-through that, they have employees outside in the parking lot taking orders from cars that are waiting in line.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like In-N-Out burgers, but here, like Chick-fil-A. And we're walking up, and this dude, one of the employees, opens the door, and he goes, "Hi, thank you, and welcome to Chick-fil-A. Thanks for choosing Chick-fil-A today." And I was like,
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
I was like, right away, welcome to Chili's. And right off the bat, I was like, all right, that's good. That's good. And then we get up to the register, and holy shit, the customer service there was nuts. I'd never had anything like it in my life. They were so fucking nice. And the place is awesome, man. The chicken was insanely good. It was really good. I mean, you can tell the difference between fresh and frozen chicken. And
Is their chicken fresh?
absolutely.
Really?
It's not dry. It's not shitty.
You know what my favorite Chick-fil-A story is? Bringing it back to football. There's a Chick-fil-A in the Georgia Dome. Is that where the Falcons play? Mm-hmm. Except Chick-fil-A is not open on Sunday, so you can't get it during fucking games.
You can't get it during those games, but you can get it during college football season.
Sure.
And the reason why they did
That's
that is
actually
because
strangely ironic
because
that they
the
put one in
Chick-fil-A
there. It's going to be super good. Oh, fuck. They're not open Sundays.
Bowl, the Chick-fil-A bowl is the reason why that happened.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What are we thinking for college football?
Oh, I talk about this every week too.
What do you
Huskies are winning the national championship.
really?
Oh yeah, every year.
I think that would be good.
Free
To keep it brief,
That'd be
to keep it brief, the Huskies are winning the national championship. Everybody starts celebrating now because it's going to happen. And when I'm right, people are going to be like, "Wow, he's the Husky football god." Season tickets are about $220, and I've really debated on buying them.
really. That's
That's
not
it?
That bad.
That's it, $220 starting.
How many games?
Starting at $220.
How
I
many?
mean, 6, right?
Is it
6 home games.
That's it.
It's
only
only
12 games in the
12 games a
season.
year.
But
Yeah.
dang man, that's right, ain't that?
Yeah.
It goes by so fast.
It really does. So I've really debated on getting tickets. We'll see how it goes. I bought tickets for Sunday Night Football, Seahawks versus LA Rams in LA in December.
That's gonna be a good game.
That's going to be fun. I'm probably going to get beat up, but I'll take it. To see the
what
Seahawks
you
in
live
LA,
for.
I'll take it.
Yeah, right.
I love going to games in hostile territory since I did it for the first time last year in Oregon and had popcorn and sunflower seeds and shit thrown on me. Or not shit, but like, beer and stuff. I was down with that big time. I like it when a football stadium makes the
that when you-
visitors feel uncomfortable as possible.
Who'd you see?
Oregon.
Oh,
Huskies
gotcha.
versus Oregon.
And they won, didn't they?
The Ducks
No, they
did.
lost.
Oh, what?
Ducks won. It
Oh,
broke my
okay,
fucking
never
heart.
mind. Yeah.
Because they stormed the field right in front of me, and I had to stand in the stands as I watched my pal from work storm the field and make fun of me.
When's he getting on the show?
Bummer, dude.
That's a good question.
He told me after he gets back from his trip.
He wants to do it after he gets back from his trip. Okay, well that's good. At least we can set a date for that, and we get Claude, folks. The Claude, Claudosaurus Rex,
The
Yeah.
myth, the legend.
the myth, the man,
legendary.
the vampire,
I'm
the legend.
I'm still like, he needs to call us every single time before he goes back out into the wilderness.
It's gonna be sad. He's leaving us for 6 weeks, going to Montana, folks. Anyway,
Big Sky Country. Shout out to Montana. I want to go visit your beautiful state
so
and fly fish in your streams.
a couple games I'm looking towards to playing is there's this game that Gib told me about. It's called Vermintide 2, Warhammer Vermintide 2. And I really want to play it just because he said it was just like a gore fest and kill fest. So I'm like, okay, I'll play it. And I just downloaded Sniper
Elite?
Elite 4. Yes.
I don't even know
Joe
the
knows
game, but
every-
that just
Joe knows
sounded
every-
like it made sense. You just said
Joe
Sniper
knows every
Elite.
fucking game.
I don't know every game. There's too many.
You do.
There's a
You really
lot.
do.
I want to buy Slay the Spire for my Nintendo Switch. It's another card battling single player RPG. What?
What the fuck was so funny, Vito?
fucking card RPG.
I'm really debating getting Final Fantasy X again for my Switch. Playing it again, like once a
What
year.
you need to do is fucking add me and play Final Fantasy 14.
I deleted it from my MacBook because I was running out of space.
Oh my god.
When I get my company one, maybe I'll reinstall it. I have to take like a 4-hour HD video of myself from 2 camera angles every day. Do you know how much fucking memory that takes up? A lot, okay? A lot.
Yep.
Lewis, you know what I was thinking about the other day? And this is going to be funny because you guys get to learn about our fort.
Oh, I missed
Fort
that
Lewis?
fucking place.
Oh, that's good. if Lewis were to build it, it would be called
It
Fort
would
Lewis.
have, yeah. I was
But-
a big part of the reconstruction of. Listen, we built some tree houses.
It literally
moved a
was
couch.
reconstructed.
I was part of the fort remodel in the sense
Yes.
that we brought
We remodeled it.
benches. We made the beer can chandelier.
Ryan and I painted it.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yep.
Matt brought the hammock.
And so we had this little fort in the middle of Sandpoint Country Golf Course or Sandpoint Country Club Golf Course in their little wooded off
They
area.
had like they had like a green belt that kind of like was a steep incline, so you couldn't really put a house there, and it was right next to the golf course, and so there was in between like a bunch of houses on the side of the hill, but there was a huge green belt, just a little, I remember like 4 acres, and the fort used to be well known to like a couple people in the sense of like they would bring their friends, and it would be mellow.
Max
there
capacity.
was no homeless people.
Yeah, no homeless people.
There was never. It was like no homeless person ever stepped foot in that fort because it was in Sandpoint Country Club.
Yeah.
You could and they would not be like, oh, I'm going to go in here and sleep. No, they're going to get kicked the fuck out. All the kids that live around the neighborhood know.
And it
about
was
'cause-
furnished by shit that, like, when we would break into the big hangars at Magnuson, into the big abandoned hangars at Magnuson and steal shit.
Aren't abandoned, but okay.
Well, some of them. No, this is back when you could clearly tell that these ones
Okay.
were.
No, they were like very abandoned.
They were
There
abandoned.
was some ones that you would go into and like they were abandoned in the sense of like the doors were open.
Okay.
There was no signs that said you couldn't be
a
in
lot of
there.
those hangars are full of very expensive scientific equipment from the NOAA complex.
Yeah, no. That's,
Yeah, no. Well, they are
those
now,
ones
but
are like
this is
right
like-
next
yeah.
door, but not.
And you
the-
can tell which
correct.
ones are those ones and which ones they just kind of left in the mud. So we always went into the ones that were literally just left in the fucking.
Well, you had like
in
for
the dirt.
for a good 2 years there was you could just go in there. I mean,
Yeah.
there wasn't any signs that said no trespassing, no stuff.
And we go
like,
in
it
there,
was
we
part
yell
of,
as loud as we could. And
We,
so
yeah,
everybody knew
and we
were
would just
there.
you could walk around and nobody would come and mess with you. Even and the park's office was right next door, and they still would not.
So
come
we
over.
furnished the fort with some like plastic pumpkins, some corn, or not some corn,
shit.
but some cones. Why did I say corn? But I was just really thinking about it the other day because I was like, "Fuck," if we didn't have that, I can't imagine like what we would have done, like on Friday nights after school. Like, what would we have done? But then the reason why it's gone is because there was a bonfire at fucking Golden Gardens, and when there's a high school bonfire at Golden Gardens, there's like 75 people there,
a lot.
and word caught around that we were going to the fort.
One person.
One person,
She shall not be named because
yes, told
for whatever reasons, but she was like
everybody.
everybody go for the after party, go to the fort.
We show up and there's fucking
There was
like 55 people in like a
ironically
8 or 9 capacity person fort.
Oh, no, yeah, it was the fort at max capacity comfortably 10 people.
Yeah, 10 people.
10 people, there was room to hang out at fire spaces, but 15 you're pushing your limits. 75 people walking into the side of a golf course at like fucking 5
in the afternoon.
5 p.m. and everybody's fucking drinking and stuff. It doesn't really look too right.
It's gone.
But the ironically that we had a good a good year and a half, almost 2 years with the fort, and a week before we were going to graduate from high school, we went over to the fort, and it was like, Sandpoint Country Club knows about the fort, blah, 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 blah. It's a trash pit, blah, 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 because no one fucking picked up shit, even though we would hike in and hike out with
bags
and bags and bags of fucking trash.
Yeah.
But people would come in there and trash it, and it was sad. But it was a week before we were going to graduate, and they just went in there and took it out. It was kind of like, we had our time. It was kind of meant to be. I guess that like we had our good times in high school at the fort.
Legend of the fort.
My mom,
It was sad,
My
dude.
mom and
Fort
dad were
Lewis.
always like, "Oh yeah, you guys are going over to that shack thing," and I'm like, "Well, we could be going to kegs, or we could be going to frat parties, which we did once in a while, but like the everyday weekend is like, oh, it's done. We're gonna go have a fire and listen to music and."
Joe, you're lucky I didn't wear a visor today. I really thought about it with my hair.
Oh man,
Still got paintbrush hair.
it's like droopy now.
Is it?
It's going crazy.
Combing in front of my eyes.
We have to talk about Christian's fashion or hair at least once an episode. It's required.
I do a lot of goofy shit, and I think it's mainly because like I always cared about like my self-image, just because I'm a big fat dude. So I always cared like what people thought about me when I like went out in public. But then I realized like, wait a minute, why do I give a shit about what anybody
fuck
fucking
what people
thinks?
think.
So now I wear Hawaiian shirts that are buttoned down to my belly button when I go out to the bars, and I have
Summer
my
of Hawaiian
and I've got
shirts.
summer of Hawaiian shirts is happening. Folks.
Nice.
It's real.
Nice.
And I'll wear cut off fucking hoodies, sleeves, the sleeves of hoodies cut off. I'll wear that shit out in public. I don't care.
No, that's good.
I look
That's good.
like beyond out of my mind. I look like the Bartell screamer, but I'm
Oh,
multi.
So
But anyway.
classy.
God, you guys, it's so nice to fucking record. I love Sundays so much. I look forward to Sundays. But
Going back to sports. Are we gonna Sunday?
Vito, you got something to say about that?
Nope.
I've missed Vito's voice.
Quiet hour.
I need to hear. Yeah, I need to hear Vito. I need to hear some Vito.
Oh fuck! I don't even anything to fucking say.
I think I'm ready for a nap. I think we should
Yeah.
start to wrap, boys.
It's almost rap time.
Yeah, I think.
But what were you gonna say?
Ran out of caffeine.
Oh, but just
Yeah.
going back to sports would be the cancellation of me and you missing Seahawks games.
Oh, that's
fucking
right.
together.
We almost didn't talk about Lewis and I losing Sundays together.
Yeah, because of the Seahawks. Like the
Okay.
reason they were doing so bad
So let me
was the
let me
fact
tell
that
you
we
guys
watched
this.
a game together.
So in 2013, the season started, and the Seahawks, obviously that year went 13-3 and won the Super Bowl. Every game I would watch, without Lewis being at home, the Seahawks would annihilate the other team, or they would struggle and then they'd come back and win.
Yes.
This is when I started to notice Lewis isn't here and we're winning. Okay, that's one thing. So then eventually I was like, okay, Lewis, come over. Let's watch the Seahawks. They were playing the Texans. And the Texans were a fucking god-awful team in 2013. Vito's taking a nap. and they were beating the Seahawks 21-0 going into the fourth
it's
quarter. And I was like,
trash.
fuck, we're going to lose this game.
I left.
I left. I had to go to brunch. I was hungover and I had to go to brunch with my mom. And we show up at brunch and the game is tied up. It's 21-21.
No, but there was
what the-
another game. It was like I think it was like the Cardinals or something like that. Like
Oh, yeah.
I was watching the game at your house. It was awful, and I was like, "Fuck this! It's fourth quarter. I am leaving." I got home and I turned the game on, and we had come back 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and we were like, fucking like 5 points behind, and I was like, "What the fucking shit?" And I didn't text you or nothing until after the game.
Yep.
And we came back and won that game, and it was like, oh, sweet.
But every game that we watched together that year, the Seahawks lost. And so I thought it was just like a fluke. Then the next season came along, and every game that Lewis and I watched together, the Seahawks lost. Every game that the Seahawks, or that I didn't watch the Seahawks with Lewis, they fucking won. And they went back to the Super Bowl. I was like, okay, I cannot watch Seahawks games with Lewis anymore, as sad as that is.
Yeah,
I think I'm ready to break that tradition. But, I mean,
You're
living
bringing
up
it back?
You're living up in Mount Vernon, so it's...
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
We'll see. The Seahawks have been pretty
I'm
shitty
actually
the last couple of
excited.
years.
Since I moved up there, I have missed almost every single fucking Seahawks game because I was working. Now, I have a
don't work
chance to
Sundays.
watch a full season every single game.
You should come. You should
which
just
is going to
say-
be huge for me because I never had a chance in my life to actually watch a whole season.
We should say fuck tradition, and you should come here and watch.
I think
NFL
I may be
Red Zone
driving
with
down
us.
Sundays then.
You should watch NFL Red Zone with us every Sunday.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
It's gonna be the move. It's gonna be a party, folks.
I fucking love Red
Vito,
Zone.
you too. I want you here during football season so you can join in on these hot
Will you
topics.
have food?
Of course.
Oh, dude.
Will there be
Football season.
activities? All right.
Football
Then
season,
I'll
man.
eat a bunch of food and you guys watch.
Eat a bunch of food, hang out with us, watch
Drink
football,
some
and learn.
Rainiers.
And learn. All
And
right.
learn. It'll be study hour.
Also,
study
listen.
3 hours.
Also, like watch us progressively get angrier.
Yes. You will watch a lot of
Like-
anger. Especially for fantasy football.
My mom would
But that's
do
a
it. She'd
whole
be
other
like-
can of worms I'm not even going to open up right now.
Oh.
Fantasy fucking football.
I should get on fantasy football this year, dude.
$50 buy-in, man.
I would lose.
$50.
Yeah. It's spooky. Claude won last year.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. Lucky
He
bastard.
dominated.
He dominated. The
I'm
reason
still
why I
salty
lost is
about the
because
fact
every
that
single one of
somehow,
my
even
starters-
though I won more games than fucking Jack Sr., he made the playoffs and I didn't because of some nonsense divisional
Divisions, the divisions will get you. But Joe couldn't beat me this year,
nonsense. No.
so he didn't make the playoffs. Then I get to the playoffs, and in the first game of the playoffs was 2 weeks until the end of the NFL season, and every single one of my starters sat out. Antonio Brown. Let's see, who else? I can't even
the
remember.
danger, man.
I can't even remember who I had. Oh,
Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
So then I had to play Carson Wentz, who's like hurt. So that wasn't very good. Anyway, moving on. We can talk about fantasy football for decades here. So I'm going to call this one.
Let's wrap it up.
I'm going to wrap this up.
Like
Make a
tortilla.
burrito and wrap it.
Vito, why don't you send us out on our outro since poor Vito's been silent this
Let's wrap it up like a tortilla. Let's get out of here. We're finishing up the show with Joe
Yo.
and Christian
episode.
and our special guest Lewis.
Yeah, it was fun to be on the show.
We
And
hope you can come back and join us.
Fun
Drink
fact,
some pots.
my middle name is Lewis,
oh no shit!
so we share a name.
Vito Lewis Inman.
Do you spell it like mine?
I don't know.
VLI. You sound like a venereal disease, man.
And that's a wrap.
And
Later.